Good evening, everybody. Let's see who we got in here already. We already have Lone Star Cowboy Adventures and No Judgment here with Tish Ross. Thanks for coming in. We got Hiking with Jackie Boy, R&W Farmstead, Tony Walsh. There's Christine, Mrs.GilliamFarms. Good evening. And Rebecca Touched by Yarn and Adventure awaits. That's my buddy Chris. He's the guy that I go hiking with sometimes. And there's Troy Sutton and Heather Landstrom. Good evening. DJ's Adventure and Beyond. Let's Trade Paint. Petite Jean River Homestead. That's Bobby. And 9 Acre Family Farms. Oh, it looks like, they're using their new logo from Critter Creek. So tonight is an open mic again. And the link is at the top of the chat for anybody who'd like to come in. I invited a couple of people. Let's see how many of them come in. We got Leonard jumped on me. Leonard Mountain Homestead. There we go. Yeah, I am feeling better this week. I still have the cough, but as history would tell you, a cough, you have bronchitis, which is what I think I had. That'll last me a couple of months. It'll be kind of at least a month. Be a little annoying. Rebel at Heart. Good evening. And let's see. So yeah, I'm back in the swing of things. I'm working on the countertop for the vanity. And I'm hoping to conclude that video, at least in the actual working on it. I think I'm going to make it 2 parts. One where I build it, and then the next part I will stain it and sand it and all that stuff. Those are wooden countertops. Bar Run Forge. Howdy, howdy, howdy. And Piggy's Piddles. So yeah, and I got the grab bars in for the shower. So I could be putting those in at any time. But I'd like to put those 2 videos out about the vanity first. Ace is in the house. Is anybody going to come up in the panel? The basement is empty. Leanne Gunther, good evening. And here it is again. How are you doing? I don't hear anything.
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
Pretty good. And yourself?
I'm doing good. Actually, I just want to jump on you and say, I'm pretty amazed. Actually, I have an employee, my boy Jim. He's like a jack of all trades. And he has been on Whatnot selling coins because he's like a pneumatist too. And, to give you an idea, he gives me when I do business with him, he gives me these like coins. Yeah, I probably can't show it real well. He gives me these coins as my payment to do work for him. And he does all kinds of work for me. And because he's on Whatnot, he actually come up with a guy today. And I'm working with Junk to Gems. I'm working with a bunch of channels and saying, I can do drop ship and I can do all your merch. He came up with a channel today. It's called Scoots Coins and Collectibles. Big name. He's actually going to change it to Scoots Loot because it makes more sense.
Cool.
He's ordering coffee cups. He's ordering like slate coasters, T-shirts, keychains, all kinds of stuff from me. And I'm like, man, this is so cool. He's like, well, what do I owe you for this? And I was like, well, I want to make a deal with you. I want to hook you up. And he's like, oh, what's that? And I pulled out of my pocket 10 $2 bills. And I put them on top of the printer I got right here beside me. And I was like, I'll give you these 10 $2 bills. And that's your commission for whatever you do for what you just did for sales for this guy. And he's on the phone with the guy. And he says, holy crap. He just gave me 10 $2 bills. 8 of those $2 bills were in consecutive numbers. And Scoot was like, that's $40 all day long. And I'm like, wait a minute. I just charged him $20 for that. I am amazed at what the dollar value is of money based on how, like this coin I just showed you. This bird on the back of that coin.
Yeah.
If they had a broken wing, which is the wing on the back side, if that wing wasn't on the back side right here, if that wing wasn't attached to the bird, that's kind of broken wing. That coin would be worth $15,000.
Yeah.
Like, what? I'm not a pneumatist. I know nothing about this stuff. You know, I deal with silver for my own collection, but I'm like, wow, really? This one here is called an AU variety, which is worth probably $35. Yeah, for me, that was a good trade. But I just gave him $20 worth of $2 bills, and I found out it doubled in value, and he didn't even get rid of all 10 of them. He only got rid of 8. That's phenomenal to me. That's phenomenal.
Cool. Let's catch up with the chat a little bit. I'm getting behind. We got
I don't
Eric's Fowler,
there we go.
1963 or 73. I'm sorry. And we got Sherman Family Farm is in here.
Yeah.
And Southwest Living and Val.
Johnny.
And we got another person in the green room here.
You got Johnny, got Kevin, got Evelyn, got Wanda.
You would never guess this one because he hasn't been on my live in a long time.
Okay.
Are you done fidgeting around and getting yourself set up, Donovan? Can you hear me?
Let me move you over here.
There we go.
How you
There
doing?
you go. Sorry.
We had a nice little conversation earlier today.
Yeah. What's going on, everybody?
Not much. How you doing, Don?
Doing pretty good. I see that you moved into your house.
Yeah, we're all moved in.
2 weeks
I'll do
ago.
a spin around, but don't judge me on my dirty house. But
It's already dirty.
yeah,
You just moved in. It should be
yeah,
sparkling.
we've been moved in since October. So I mean, still building stuff and doing things and paint and whatever. But yeah, we're definitely living in it. So it's better than living in a trailer. Let me set this computer up over here. Man, I'm fidgeting so bad. Look at this.
What size trailer were you living in before?
We had a 40-foot fifth wheel, and it was a toy hauler, and stuffed me and my wife and our 4 kids, 2 of which are or 3 of which are teenagers. So, well, 2 of them are teenagers. One's 12. She's about to be 13. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's
it's a
tight.
little tight.
That's tight.
A little
space.
bit tight.
Oh, just a second. I'm going to put the banners up.
What did you have in the toy hauler?
Huh?
What did you have in the toy hauler?
Just kids. That was the bunk beds in the back were for all the kids. So yeah, they were living in the toy hauler with us. So while we were building the house.
I was expecting you to tell me there was a toy back there.
Yeah. Well, 2 teenage boys. That's
Donor toy.
yeah, that's the toy I've been using to help cut down trees and stuff lately.
That's awesome.
For those of you that don't know, this is Donovan from Team Tate Outdoors, and he's the one who won the cornhole board at the Mid America Meetup last.
Yes, he was, and everybody was dressed the same.
What's
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
We were all dressed in white shirts. That's right.
I remember that. That was awesome.
Yeah, we're looking forward to this year's meetup again. And man, the weather's already saying that we need to be in spring right now. It was like close to 80, if not 80 today. It was hot.
That's what I've been hearing.
How many hours are you away from 10 Killer?
Oh, we're only about an hour and a half.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Oh,
No,
it's much closer than you and I are, Brian.
Yeah, how many hours did you travel last time, Brian?
17 and a half.
Well, it's supposed to be about 16 hours, but somehow we made it to 19.
I was 17 and a half to Lake 10 Killer last year.
17 and a half. Man, that's a long ways.
Yes, it is.
We got somebody else in the green room. Let's bring him up so we can talk to him. How are you doing?
What's going on? Can you hear me all right?
Oh, yes, we can.
Okay. Just want to make sure. How you doing, Brian? Been a while.
He's got
Yeah,
a studio.
yeah.
That's not fair.
What's that?
You got a studio. That's not fair.
It's a huge, I think he's got an audience too.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope
Yeah.
Studio audience.
Got an audience.
I want
Yeah.
to see.
Chairs set up and everything.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, I appreciate the invite, Brian.
Yeah, you're usually in bed by now, aren't you?
Well, usually kind of making my way there, but she's Miss Linda, she crashes early. She worked hard all day cleaning the house, and oh my gosh, she made the most best chicken pot pie today. I mean, in a big pot, in the oven. So she had it ready when I got home from work. I've been trucking like anywhere from 600 to 630 miles a day, and get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Don't get home till 6-7 o'clock at night. So it's been some long days here lately. So, but we do have some stuff coming in April. I think it's in April. She's been having trouble with the knee and stuff like that with her replacement with stiffness, and they gave her some steroids for the inflammation, and she was up on her leg all day today.
Hey, Ken, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
You're a truck driver. What do you think about this New York City boycott?
Well,
Is it real?
Well, I don't know. I really haven't. You guys, I don't really watch the news very much. I get my news on Saturday mornings. Usually, I do my catching up there with two old people on a couch, and other than that, I watch a little bit of local in the mornings. But I did hear about it, and I did see that our governor of Missouri sent down a bunch of National Guardsmen down south and to help Texas out.
That's awesome.
I think, in my opinion, California, with all the regulations, with the EPA and the diesel trucks, they're wanting to go all electric. And with New York City, and I heard a little bit about it from a buddy of mine about New York City, but it is what it is, it's a whole big mess,
Well, my thinking of California is that they have brownouts almost all summer long. How can they say, yeah, everybody's got to switch to an electric vehicle when you can't even keep the electric running and be able to run?
Yeah, exactly.
That is not going to work.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, that's my opinion. I'm sitting back as a New Yorker going, well, why would you do that? That's just so unorthodox and so stupid,
Well,
Right.
you're closer
Right.
to New York than I am.
Yeah.
I'm in New York.
Well,
But you're closer to New York, New York.
I'm closer to New York, and I think my prices are probably about the same as yours are, Brian. But
Oh yeah.
how can California say, yeah, everybody's going to switch to an electric vehicle when they can't even keep it on to run the air conditioners?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I drive out to western Kansas, and there's a lot of wind turbines out there.
Right.
And western Kansas, north central Kansas, and I mean the wind's been blowing, and some of them aren't even turning.
No,
Well,
no. Seen
come
that
to
in
find
Missouri.
out, and you see all the grease all over the blades and everything, and it's like,
they're
okay,
blowing
this is
out.
kind of defeating the purpose of being green, when you got to use oil-based petroleum to make grease, to
Yeah,
grease the gears and everything. And
yeah.
then they have to replace the blades because the blades over time they get brittle and
And
they
the
have to
fiberglass.
replace them.
And there's no recycling them either.
Right. I see trucks going down the road with them cut up and tarped down or strapped down on trailers all the time.
Those
So,
blades are made of fiberglass, which never degrades.
Nope.
right.
You know, you can
And if
put
you
that
burn it,
limestone 50 years later, you can dig it back up, and it's still a fiberglass blade. You know,
you ever
Right.
seen an old man burn an old boat in the woods? Man, that's some black
Yes.
smoke.
I have, and I've done it a few times myself.
Well, you
You
would think they could
Really?
chew it up. You think they could chew it up and make insulation out of it because that's what fiberglass, fiberglass is made out of
Yeah,
insulation
but it's got that
insulation. I'm
resin
sorry.
in it though already.
Right. Right. There's a fiberglass plant right down by my terminal that, I mean, they're pumping out that 3M fiberglass every day.
Yeah, but
You know.
that's like infused with a bunch of air, which costs money, and it's ground down and blown up with air, and then it has like a bunch of adhesives added to it to keep it within its platform, and then they have to put the paper on it, which is glued, and it's like, okay, well, if the fiberglass blade is being blown down like that, and you go to recycle it, how much would it take to actually recycle that blade? I think it would cost more than it would for the actual fiberglass to take
Yeah.
like insulation,
Yeah. The cranes they use to put that stuff up are huge.
Yeah,
You know.
you aren't gonna run that on a battery.
Right. Right.
I'd like to see them try to run as much product as truck drivers do across the states, trying to get it done with battery operated trucks. It
Yeah,
ain't
Right.
gonna happen.
yeah, they get 400 miles maximum or whatever, Even
Right.
Tesla said, I think it was 400 maximum they can do with their new Evo truck or whatever it is. It's not going to happen.
I was told that Frito-Lay and Pepsi use electric vehicles for their deliveries. I mean, and Amazon, of course. I mean, Amazon has all electric vehicles.
No,
And
actually, out where I'm at in New York, Amazon runs on regular fuel or natural gas. And
right,
the problem with natural gas vehicles is they're not viable because of the fact that when they catch on fire, it's not because of being driven down the road and something like ignites something. It's because of the pressure in the fuel cylinder.
yep,
It's too high.
yeah. UPS has been using compressed natural gas in their over-the-road trucks for many years now, and they run out to western Kansas where I'm at. I'm thinking, man, I don't want that bomb sitting right behind me going down the road,
Oh,
We got somebody else in
I
the
said
green
the
room.
B word. I said the B word.
it is. It's a bomb. It's like, wow,
Yeah.
really? And it doesn't take anything to ignite it. That's the thing. It could be like if the tank is too low on pressure, that causes an issue. Much like going into weld a gas tank. If it's totally full of gas, you can weld a gas tank.
Right.
If it's half empty and you hit you strike a weld on that, you're gonna blow the whole car up.
Right.
Natural gas does the same thing. If the tank gets too low, now you've got an ignition factor, and it doesn't take a lot.
Hey, Kevin, are you ready? Nod your head.
All right, guys.
Drinking with Jackie Boy.
Hey, hello everyone.
Kevin, good seeing you. I'm gonna step out. Let you guys have the room.
All right,
Hey, Midnight.
good to
Thanks for
see you,
coming
Dave.
Good seeing you, Kevin.
in. Bye now.
Bye.
Have you ever met Hiking with Jackie Boy? That's Kevin Donovan.
Hey, nice to meet you, Kevin.
Well, nice to meet you, Donovan.
He'll be at the meetups at some point, but he's going to retire. What? How many more months you got? You said
End of December.
end of December, and then maybe next year you can go.
Yep.
So, Ken,
I'll be making roughly about 80% of what I'm making now, retired. So why work?
Yeah,
Why?
exactly.
Yep.
That's
And 30 years is long enough to be at one place.
40?
30.
Oh, yeah.
I was just looking at Team Tate's video list here. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's got some good
I'll
stuff
just
in
watch
there.
him. I just subscribed. So
Yeah,
Ken,
I'm
speaking of that,
we've
anybody
probably
in
got a
the
lot in
chat?
common, Ken. My dad was a truck driver when I was growing up, and
cool.
he was over the road, and then he ended up retiring from Roadway before Roadway went under as a local driver. But there was a lot of years that in the summertime I went riding with him, and he would take me
Right.
down, and we'd try to avoid every way station, and I was hiding under bunks in the back, making sure, you know. And,
Yeah,
man,
I
there was
drive. I pull wiggle wagons. We call them wiggle wagons. So I'm home every night, and yeah,
that's the way to do
But-
it, man. Those people, people don't give enough credit to them truck drivers who are gone away
Yeah.
from their families and brushing their teeth in every love's bathroom and showering, and sleeping in their trucks. It's a rough life.
people are crazy the way you get close to the city, and it's just crazy the way people drive it. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I've enjoyed your videos.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a fairly new one out. What we did last weekend, where at the Texas Tribal Buffalo Project Ranch, got to bring home some buffalo and kind of made it like a beef tips and gravy with it. Turned out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the last video I think I saw you in was with Justin, and you guys were camping.
Oh yeah, that was about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, we
Yeah.
camped
Evidently, he doesn't know how to cook pork chops very good.
out. Yeah, but I can do some meaty ribeyes.
Yeah. No, I burnt pork chops. They're not hard to burn. But no, that's cool.
Yeah, but I had the ribeyes over mesquite coals, so they turned out good.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. So
Let me take a moment and say hi to the people in the chat that have come in recently. And Dale Homestead, good evening. Thanks for coming in. I hope you're enjoying being with your grandchildren this weekend. And we've got Gilliam Farms and Heartland HQ with Dink and Tank. And
I just did so. I hit a wrong button. I hit a message. So Heartland headquarters from Dink and Tank. I didn't do that on purpose. I'm sorry. Oh,
so yeah, I saw a video of Donovan. I just saw a thumbnail. I haven't watched it yet. But you're doing venison.
Yeah. So I recently cooked. I cook a lot of venison, but I made a video cooking. I used a football roast venison. I sliced up the steaks and I put them in my sous vide. And if anyone's ever cooked with a sous vide machine, it makes the best, most tender, not overcooked. So most people take venison and they crock pot it, right, to get it tender, but it just cooks the snot out of it and then it falls apart. Sous vide is the other way. It cooks it on a low end for a long time, and it breaks all the proteins down and tenderizes them, and then you can pull it out and still sear it and still have that pink color, and the juice and stuff in it. But the meat, it just becomes fabulous. So if anyone ever is looking for something to make that super tender chicken that they always get, you know, in the grocery store that's on the salad already, that's juicy, you know, all that. It's from a sous vide machine. You're never going to get that in the oven or on the grill.
Wow.
Huh. A sous vide machine. Is that like an air fryer or something?
No, a sous vide means under vacuum. So you vacuum seal your meat, and then you put it in a water bath, and you need an immersion heater. And what it does, it circulates the temperature of circulates the water through a heater, and it keeps the water at the exact temperature. So like you can cook chicken to 145 degrees for about 4 hours, like chicken breast in a vacuum sealed bag, 145 degrees for about 3 to 4 hours, pull it out, sear it, and it's safe to eat. You don't have to cook it to 165 degrees. That's a misconception we've all been told, is 165 degrees kills salmonella instantly. But if you cook chicken at a lower temperature over a longer period of time, you actually kill all that bacteria, and you don't overcook your chicken. So you cook it and you still have that moisture in it. And it's through a machine, sous vide, SOUS VIDE. So if anyone wants to look that up. And yeah, our latest video, we did some venison in that.
Yeah,
Well,
we
the
always
reason
cook
why
ours
I
in the crock pot.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brian.
No, that's fine. The reason why I brought that up is because my neighbor, we allow him to hunt on our property, and because of that, he gave me some ground venison. I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to cook that. You got any suggestions?
Ground
Miss Lynn-
venison, I mean, you can do anything you want with it. We like to, if you mix it with some pork fat, you can make anything. If you mix it with beef fat, you can make anything. But tacos are really good. Spaghetti, just the way it is. I mean, it's really replace it with ground beef on any dish and it'll work.
It's a different flavor of meat, that's for sure. I mean, it's lean for one thing. There is no fat in it.
It is very lean. What's funny is that the fat in venison is not the same as fat in a cow. Fat in venison is like a tallow fat. It doesn't get, you know, juicy when it gets hot. It actually firms up very quickly at room
It
temperature.
doesn't rend.
If you eat ribs, you get that, you know, that film at the top of your mouth that you scrape off with your finger. Anyone that's ever eaten venison ribs, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're scraping it for a day.
I can imagine it.
But yeah, but it's definitely one of the lowest fat content proteins you can eat. But I mean, I think it's delicious. But I also really love wild hog. But there is one thing, Brian, that people need to understand is if you've been given venison from a friend and you cook it and you don't like the taste, there is a high possibility that that friend of yours shot that deer through the guts or something, did not get it processed properly, and you're eating possibly tainted meat, especially if you think it's really gamey or it has a weird flavor. Eat venison from a bow hunter that cares about their game, and let them cook it for you. I promise you'll change your mind about how you like venison.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident in this one. He's been hunting for probably 40, 50 years. He should know what he's doing by now with his father and everything. So, and they process their own, and yeah, I've seen him process it.
Yeah, Miss Linda goes to
all those guys out there, you know, anyone really, just
Right.
take that tidbit of advice.
Yeah, well, I will.
Yeah,
Miss Linda
I
goes.
really like backstrap bacon wrapped and slow cooked indirect smoky grill. You know,
Yep.
Yeah,
I like
there
to
you go.
butterfly
Add the
those.
bacon fat, though, right?
Yeah.
Shasta
I like
Valley
to-
Outdoorsman is in here, and Wanda Henry, and there was somebody else I saw. I don't like missing anybody. Rebecca, she likes to make chili out of venison.
GilliamFarms, Betty Jean Homestead, Mrs.GilliamFarms, Sherman's, Heather Lanston. But yeah, Miss Linda goes to, we have a natural grocery store and she goes there and buys elk, and I think they have bison also. I'm not sure, but she made Salisbury steaks the other day with elk, and my gosh, it was good. I ate way too much of it in one night. So, and elk is kind of like venison, also, but it's very very lean.
Very lean. But Ken, the elk fat is like cow fat. So elk fat is different than white-tailed deer fat because it is
Right.
juicy.
Yeah.
I've killed a few elk, and I've noticed that that's probably one of the best meats that I enjoy. I mean, if you get a good fatty elk, you are in some prime meat.
Yeah.
I've still got elk in the freezer,
Are
so
you in Texas or where you at?
I'm in Oklahoma. I'm north of Tulsa,
Okay.
but I retired from the army, and so I still get to hunt military installations. And I hunt military installations, and there's one installation that we're allowed to elk hunt on for bow hunting, and it's a raffle and everything. But 2 years ago, I killed a 5x5 bull. Matter of fact, I'll show you guys a video. I'll turn my camera around and
Oh
show you.
yeah.
There he is, right there.
That's a
Wow.
tall ceiling.
Yeah, that's a
Yes.
20-foot ceiling there.
See that elk way up there?
Yeah, he's way up there. He's breathing different oxygen.
I have a very good friend that is a guide up in Craig, Colorado. I think it's a 10,000 acre ranch up there, and they actually let it's like 5K to go there and hunt and have him guide. And he's had some pretty country stars and other people come up there and hunt.
I'd say that's a cheap hunt for an
Yeah,
elk.
yeah, yeah.
When
Best
you
per hunter, of course.
when you mentioned your bow, you're using a compound bow.
Yeah, so I hunt with two different kinds of bows. So I do have a regular compound, a Matthews from 2008. It's a DXT, but I also hunt with an Oneida, which is known as a lever bow. It's basically a solid string, but it cams in the middle of the bow, so it doesn't have wheels on the end. So, but it still is a compound, but they call it a lever bow because it still has a string like a recurve.
What's the weight are you drawing?
I shoot about 55 pounds with that bow because I shoot fingers, no sight, no pins, nothing. That's instinctive.
Wow.
And so on our channel, I do a
Yeah,
lot of.
that's that aim between the string and the body of the bow.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So we don't have a. I don't have a front sight. I don't have a peep sight, and I'm shooting with fingers. So it's very more traditional, but it's just not like a. It's not a recurve. It's still you draw over, it breaks over, so you can hold it for a while.
Yeah, I've fished with a bow before.
Absolutely.
Yep, went fishing. Yeah.
So do you watch a lot of hunting videos? So something I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I
many
do
people-
on occasion, but I watch a lot of general outdoor stuff.
Yeah. So we had a bow fishing charter business in Miami, Florida. I'm actually the person that started the iguana hunting in Miami, Florida. So I don't know if you guys have seen any
I
videos of
remember that.
iguana hunting, but I actually started that in Miami with my business, Arrow Assault Bow Fishing, and I filmed. I had a pretty well-known hunter, Tim Wells. So we've been on TV shows with them and a few other channels on the outdoor channel. And so bow fishing is all up my alley. I love bow fishing. I mean, I think I have 20 bow fishing bows in my garage from my business. So that's my passion.
Yeah, the
They
little
do.
trick about it is the refraction of the water.
That's
Where
right.
You see the fish is not where it's at.
No. Yeah, I tell people the water, the light refraction, you've got to aim low because that fish is deeper and farther away from you or closer to you than it looks. And so I tell most of my clients to aim a foot to 2 feet from where they think they want to shoot at, just to get a feel for it. And it's funny when you see the arrow when you're watching the water, your arrow will enter the water like this, but then
Then,
you see it go like this,
yep.
and
Ah,
it trips people out. But it's a fun thing because you can shoot all night, and just 4 hours goes by like that.
Yep.
Well, thank you for coming in,
Yep.
Amy from Leonard Mountain Homestead. And Johnny Gilliam, I did see your video today. I watched the whole thing. Johnny put out a video that he found in his phone. He edited it and lost it long time ago. And he found it because he got a new phone and it transferred over. And he put it out today or yesterday, I think.
His dozer video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He got his dozer video out before Tim from Ridge Life did.
Oh yeah. Tim's gonna have all kinds of time now.
Blaine's Promised Land is in here. Good evening, Monica and Eric.
Well, Brian, I'm gonna jump off here, go brush my tooth.
Your one tooth?
You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell her, but I'm gonna go brush my tooth and go to bed.
He does one a month.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I meant to ask you, did you get a 100% recovery on your wrist, or are you still?
Yeah. We're
Really?
good.
Awesome. Cool.
And a couple of weeks ago, I pulled a calf muscle when I was climbing out of the truck. It felt like somebody popped me with a BB in the back of my calf. And I couldn't hardly walk around my truck to do my pre-trip. This happened up at Kearney, Nebraska. This is about a month ago or so. And I took a week off of work because I thought I really tore something. But no, it was just a deep muscle pull. And I've never experienced that in my life. And I don't know. So my 30 years of safe working just went out the door, you know. Whatever. It is what it is.
You're having a good year, are you?
Yeah, but I still have safe driving of I'm probably at a 1.5 to 1.6 million miles, so we're still doing good with that.
You better knock on some wood after saying.
Oh yeah. I mean, this winter really hasn't been too bad. I mean, we've had some snow and a little bit of ice, but not too bad. So yeah.
We're getting older. I mean,
yeah, I guess, you know,
Tim
I'm not
from
25
Ridge
years. I'm not 25 years old and riding bulls anymore. And, you know, all that other fun stuff. So anyway, y'all have a good night. Stay out of trouble. Say hi to a stranger. And we'll see you later, Brian. Good to see you. Thanks for the invite.
See you again.
Friend.
All right.
Have a good night. Yeah, I got a notification in my Facebook that Tim from Ridge Life pulled is it the MCL? Something to do with his knee.
Medial collateral ligament.
He went to go get off his four-wheeler, I guess, and
Twisted wrong or something.
yeah. Isn't it amazing at this age how you can screw something up doing just a standard little task you're doing?
Knee injuries hurt because I tore my ACL. Yeah. And
knee injuries hurt just to hear about them.
No.
Anytime I hear about knee damage, that sets me off.
Yeah, I've got bad back from the Army. So sometimes I'll get out of bed and it'll just be like, well, it's going to be a bad week now because if I sleep more than about 5 hours, I mean, I toss and turn all night, you know, trying to get comfortable, but my back goes out on me. I go to the chiropractor and they'll have to take about 3 different days. I'll get adjusted in about a 5-day span just to get me where I can, you know, stand up and walk straight again. And you're right. Sometimes you could go down to swat the dog and all of a sudden it's like, oh, you know, and you're just locked up. And I'll tell you, that's why they let us retire at 20 years from the Army, because in 20 years they can put 40 years on our bodies. It's crazy how that happens, but man, it happens fast with what they require of you.
So is that Monica or Eric that's chatting?
I don't know. I think it's
I think it's
Monica.
Monica, if I read the chat earlier right.
Why don't you pop in and talk to us? You got your rival up here on the panel.
That can't be Eric. He'd be scared to get on video.
This is Monica. Eric would be scared to what?
Yeah, I mean,
I've had him as a special guest and a co.
I don't know. Monica, where's my brother? No, I think me and Eric can really relate with the family size and everything, and our belief in Jesus and our faith. So it was really cool that him and I and Monica and my wife and stuff, we all just kind of really hit it off real quick at the meetup. And it's hard. They'll understand this unless you have like 4 or more kids. You stop getting invited places that you used to get invited when you had 1 or 2. You know, when you had 1 or 2 kids, people invited you to their house for dinner and stuff. When you had 3, it really narrowed down, you know, your friend group. But once you cross over that 4 line, people don't really invite you anywhere anymore. You pretty much have to host the parties or host anything at your house and invite other people because it's crazy.
They're like, that family eats too much. Forget them.
I got to go for 1 second. I got to walk and open my door. I think I locked my dog outside.
And the kids are too rambunctious.
Yeah, when I was waiting here, Jackie boy was just all over the house.
I did. I locked her outside.
Oh, you got yourself a little Rottweiler, huh?
Yeah, we got her at Christmas, and she was just this big, and now she's like this beast that loves kisses. Okay.
That's still a little dog. Wait until it gets full grown.
I know she's a handful though, guys.
Oh yeah, but
She's
they can
what's
be
gonna
trained
keep me
very. I mean, I've the Rottweilers I've seen, you know, in my experience, have been pretty nice dogs. Pure Oakie's in here. She is the brainchild, or how do they say that? She's the one who got the ball rolling on the meetup we're going to have at 10 Killer.
Okay. Pure Okie. It's
Pure
good to be a pure Okie.
That's
I can relate to that.
JB Conway. Did I say hi to Evelyn Newman? If I didn't, hi. Yeah.
So Brian, how's the allergy season going up there in New York yet? Has it hit? Because down here in Oklahoma, the allergies are popping like 100%. I can't stop itching my eyes. My nose is running down my face. I'm trying not to wipe it every 5 minutes, but oh my gosh, it's so horrible right now.
Well, I'm pretty hardy when it comes to allergies. Unless the pollen count is extremely high, like anybody else, it doesn't affect me.
Oh my gosh, I have bad allergies.
God, we get a
Why do people-
bad wintertime allergen here. The mountain cedar.
Really?
Go hiking with Kevin. He'll bat a tree around for you so that you could sniff on it.
Yeah, one of my videos, I was batting that mountain cedar, and you could just saw the pollen just fly out of it.
Yeah, I would go crazy. I'd be running around with 2 bottles of Visine, squirting them in my eyes.
Why don't you just get some intravenous hoses? Johnny, are you ready? Nod your head. Reluctantly nodding.
Reluctantly nodding.
How you doing?
Hey, it's a nice shirt.
Meet Donovan from from
Hey,
Team
Johnny.
Hey, how are you doing?
I like that hat.
Thank you. Thank you. Yep. So that video, that thing has been, that's like a 3-year-old video that was just kind of locked up in my phone for years. And I was able to, whenever I got this new phone, it actually transferred over, and I was like, wow, I think I can post it. And I did. And it was great. So anyway.
That stuff has a way of hiding somewhere in your phone.
Right.
Computer,
Right.
or whatever.
Right. I was impressed that you watched the whole thing.
The whole thing. It's like that commercial in the 70s. I can't believe I ate the whole
Ate the
thing.
whole thing. Yep, I remember.
Yeah.
You
So
ate it.
so Team Tate, you're gonna be at 10 Killer?
I'm gonna be there. All
Awesome.
6 of us will be there.
6
We're gonna
of you?
bring our fifth wheel this year. So last year we just drove down and made it a day, but I think this year we're gonna come down and oh my gosh, this dog thinks she's a lap dog.
You gonna come down and hang out this time?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, look, people are watching. Stop the video. Hey.
You guys didn't get to meet each other there because I think you showed up. You both showed up at different times, I think. No, you were both at the cornhole board.
I showed up the day the main day, the day we did the fishing tournament and the cornhole thing. That was my only day there.
So have you figured out if you're driving or flying, Brian?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
It just there's a couple of different factors I have to consider to
Okay.
figure out that I'm hoping to make the cornhole board so I can bring them. But if I'm flying,
Right.
that's not going to happen.
Right.
Donovan said he might bring his to play with.
There you go.
Really, if you're really good and keep them nice and neat.
I think I'm gonna have to challenge Eric for a rematch.
Wait, hold that sentence for a second.
Hey, Monica.
My I don't have anything hooked up. Eric's gonna die if he comes in here and sees that. I haven't done nothing. I didn't hook up my mic or anything. Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah.
Loud and clear.
I'm on my old laptop and I'm ready for bed. I still have stuff on me for making dinner for the kids. But I figured I'd come up and say hello because I'm gonna try to come. We're gonna try to come.
You're coming.
Well, I just
You're
found out
coming.
too, so I have
There is no
It's
try.
not like there's a wall at the Oklahoma border, guys.
Well, the 26th is actually my night of the play that I do, and I'm the director for this play for my kids. So I have to be there that 26th. But if I can get up there and we can get up early and we can drive, it's I think it's 4 hours north. So we'd have to get up
Where are you
really
at
early.
exactly?
Poetry. Type in Poetry, Texas.
Poetry, is that north of Dallas or?
It's east. It's southeast of Dallas.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's actually closer. Yeah, 4
Oh,
hours.
yeah.
It's 4 hours to Dallas from right here.
Yeah.
So where is our Eric? Is he sleeping?
He's in the other room hanging out with the kids.
He could pop in and say hi for a second.
Okay. So yeah, it's almost 5 hours from where we're at.
Really?
Yeah. See, he's right there.
Yeah, there he is.
Right there.
Oh yeah, Monica, Jackie Boy has a message for you.
Jackie Boy has what?
A message for you.
Oh, he does.
He always says.
Whoa.
Jackie Boy says, yep, there it is.
Wanda,
I love it.
the town close to Team Killer is Tahlequah.
Yep.
Tahlequah.
I was born in Tahlequah.
Really?
So when I see, that's funny
Me
because
too.
that's the one name I remember, because when we came and visited Dallas from, oh my gosh, what a cute baby. We came and visited Dallas twice before we moved here. And we stopped in Tahlequah twice. And the first time we stopped there, we went to the Indian reservation there, like the learning center.
Yeah, Cherokee.
Absolutely amazing. And it's not open anymore.
No, but they've done a lot. How long ago was that?
Oh my gosh, it was like 14 years ago.
So they've done a lot of renovation and new buildings and stuff. So it's like really amazing right now. So if you guys come up.
Yeah, so I actually wanted to take a day trip up there some other time too, because my kids really enjoyed that. My older kids, when we went through there, we really enjoyed it there. And I kept telling my younger kids, oh my gosh, there was this amazing reservation. We went there, his grandfather was half Cherokee. So his great grandfather, Eric's great grandfather, was full Cherokee. And I'm like, this is your heritage. This is your like family. And like literally there's not like, I don't even know how to go, like what we could even go to up there. So I have to do a little more research, but I would love to make it a learning day. I know I need to call you and just make it a learning day.
Yeah, because we're both Cherokee.
I'm gonna go ahead and step on out,
Kevin, you always leave when I come on the panel. I've noticed that.
No, usually it's when I come on, he leaves.
I'm not doing that again. I keep
But you're
getting,
no fun.
keep
You're no
getting
fun,
a phone
Christine.
call.
I am no fun, Christine, and I like that title, and I own it.
You own it?
Just because I won't sit there and eat chocolate and candies that make me want to barf.
Oh my gosh.
Bye,
Believe that.
Kevin.
Bye, Kevin. I'm sorry. Tell
Bye,
John I
Kevin.
said hi.
Well, y'all have a
Thanks for
good night.
coming in, Kevin.
Bye, Kevin.
Oh, you're welcome.
Bye, Kevin.
Bye now.
So yeah, just call me. But I'm
I
gonna
will.
send you a messenger. I'll send you my phone number because
Yes.
he tried emailing you guys to see if you wanted to come in on our Thursday night, and it keeps coming back.
That's
So-
super weird.
Yeah, I think. Well, it's his.
It's his what?
Just get in touch with me via Facebook or even Instagram because I'm always on that too.
That's true. Okay, so we'll do that. So when I heard your voice, I had to come in here real quick. So I'm gonna go out. But Brian, you know how to dress, man. You look awesome.
Show him the shirt. Show him your
He's
shirt.
got
I love your shirt.
Oh, this is our 10 killer shirt.
Super
that's
cute.
good.
That's the one for
it's out there
the
on
meetup.
bonfire on our bonfire thing, and this
I
one
love
does. Well, we changed this one up a little bit. It has the Gilliam Farms, and then I have one for Mrs. Gilliam Farms. But the other one says 10 Killer Meetup on the back, or YouTube Meetup is what it says.
YouTube Meetup 2024 or something.
That's cool. Hey, Brian, how do you say that name? Is it Gilliam Farm?
Okay, I knew this woman like 2 minutes, and she says, you pronounce your last name wrong. And I'm like, it's not my last name. I married into it.
I love that you took ownership over it immediately.
Yeah,
You're
but,
like, yeah, that's not my fault.
The Northerners, you guys do, pronounce it different than the right way. Like Miss Ann, if she's still in here, she will tell you. It's Gilliam. I can't help how it's spelled.
I can't believe Ken from Lone Cowboy Adventures comes right in here and says, I see the Gilliams in
No, he did not.
He did.
Okay,
He
I've
did.
got a short of a lady that hollers, "Hey, Gilliams, you want to buy a shirt?" And this is at the Ozark Expo or something like that. And we were like, somebody that knows how to pronounce a name. And I interviewed her, and she's like, "How else do you pronounce it?" I'm like, "Well, some people from the north that live in Texas call it Gilliam." And I'm like, I know
Them
Eric
nor-
doesn't
them
like
Northerners in
us
Texas.
Oklahoma people, but
Well, I think it was fantastic because I like literally just met you, and right away I was like, "Oh, that's your fault, though. It's because you're Oklahoman."
I know. I was like, this girl's gonna be my best friend. But,
That's what I told Eric. I was like, "It's so awful." I was like, "We literally just find a different person and pick one of them each week." I was like, "Poor Miss Ann just became the like butt of our conversation a couple weeks ago with her and her like movie stardom." So
yeah.
So I had to. By the way, I am the one that put Christine. I am Christine Gilliam or whatever, and that I'm no fun or whatever. That was me that did that in the poll. And it was the most fantastic thing watching everybody go, "I'm Christine." Too.
I got people on my video going, "Hey, Christine, no fun, Christine. I'm Christine."
Well, good. I'm glad.
I can't believe that Eric didn't.
No fun. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, but it's good to see y'all. Bye. Okay.
Yeah, call her. She said call her.
Okay, did she do the digit?
Yeah,
thing?
she did that.
This is how I do it. This is how people now do it.
I'm like, "Where's my phone? I can't find my phone. Where's my phone? Oh. Or, where's my glasses? Where's my glasses?" Okay, I'm out of here. Seriously. Sorry.
Oh, now we can start having fun again.
So Johnny, are you guys live in Tahlequah?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. So my grandfather, this dog is killing me, y'all. I'm sorry. And she's got these little sharp baby teeth, and every time I kick her off of the couch, she just keeps biting me.
Yeah.
I mean, she's biting the snot out of me. I actually went to go Dizzy, go to Mama. She's calling you. Go. I went to Hulbert for a while.
Oh yeah.
My grandfather, if you go away. Stop. Come get this dog. Sorry. If you go up 51, right before Sequoia State Park,
Yep.
there was the big nursery on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, there was a set of kitchenette cabins.
Yes.
With a little house. My grandfather owned that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and right across the street is a guy that has he's always selling wood right there on that curve.
Yeah, you're talking about gosh, I know his name. He had a bunch of hot rods and stuff like that. So wood. He's got like
out there for sale.
Huh?
Out antiques and barrels and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, he bought like 270 or 280 acres out east of where we live.
Really?
Yeah, he bought a bunch of land. He's always sending me pictures of deer that he's got on it.
My grandfather was Charlie Watkins.
Okay.
So I don't know if you ever knew him, how long you've been around Tahlequah, but he worked for Lake Region Electric Company.
My entire life. Yeah, so I've been here forever. Born here. But I went to Fort Gibson.
Okay.
So we lived over by Woodall, and we just happened to be on the road that you could go to like 3 different schools from, and 3 different buses ran our route. So we just picked Fort Gibson and went to that one, which was good. It was a good school.
Yeah, that's a good school between Tahlequah and Muskogee there.
Yeah. But anyway, it's it's small world. Small world.
Yeah.
Looking forward to meeting you.
I see that Alone in a Remote Alaska is in here. People call her Emily. I don't think they know her real name. And then Bill from My Alaska's in here as well.
That's so cool.
We got Alaska's represented out there.
Yeah.
Hey, Alone in Remote Alaska. And Bill?
Did you walk to and from school uphill both ways, Johnny?
Did I walk to and from? No.
One shoe.
No. But I'll tell you a funny story. I went to school in the time whenever, you actually got a busting. You know what I mean? I mean, they didn't withhold that paddle. So I had heard that. See, I went to Votech. Yeah, I went to Votech, and I rode the boat one day. Usually I drive, but one day I rode the Votech bus over to Votech, and I heard while I was at Votech that the principal had found out something that I had done, and that they were going to catch me as soon as I got off the bus. Whenever I got back, I had the bus let me off in the middle of Fort Gibson on the way back because we went to Votech in Muskogee, and I walked home from Fort Gibson to Woodall, and you know how far that is if you've ever been over there. It's like, oh gosh, it's probably I don't know what 11, 12 miles, 13 miles.
You walked that far to avoid a whooping?
I did.
And then you
know what? I didn't get one the next day either. I mean, it's like they forgot about it or something.
You paid for your penance by walking.
I walked it.
That is a long walk.
But it was a different time. So
what'd you go to
out here forever?
Johnny, what'd you go to Indian Capital Votech for over there in Muskogee?
I did carpentry, what I was in over there.
Carpentry. Okay.
Yeah.
I went there and started my culinary. I did the food service there
Oh,
in my
really?
11th and 12th grade year.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I hate to even ask what years that would have been.
97 through 99.
Okay. Well, I was there a bit before you.
Class number 1.
Yeah.
I mean, you and Brian both share the we have knowledge beards.
Hey,
You know,
but I'm going to the barber tomorrow, so everybody can kind of say bye.
Are you trimming it all down?
Huh?
you coming
Are you
down like
trimming-
low like this, or you gone?
No, I'm never gone. I'm coming down low.
You got to get your spring
getting
trim.
hot. I mean, it was 78 degrees today.
It's gonna go like
Yeah.
this.
We hit 80. We hit 80 at one point, and I was in the kitchen and I was like, 80 degrees. Yes.
80
I'm like
degrees. Ugh.
so happy.
I ran out to
Yeah,
the
Brian,
garden.
what are you guys at? Like still at 40 right now in a hot day?
I think we had 50 yesterday.
Hit 50.
Our temperatures are pretty abnormal. We
Brian,
have.
when do you start growing your grapes?
When do I start growing them?
Yeah, when are they going to start? Like,
At least 60 years ago.
well, I mean, not when do they start? Like,
They'll start.
Producing.
They'll start budding somewhere around the end of April.
okay,
I mean, like, what was the last? When we went to shoot dang, I remember coming back and we had frost on the buds. So what was that? Was the end of April. So
Wow. Yeah, we got the windows open here and it's 68 degrees outside.
Yeah,
Still.
it's ridiculous. It really is out there.
excuse me, everybody. I'm gonna bring Rebecca in for a second, and then we gotta close out. But everybody can stay on panel. You don't have to leave
Donovan's yawning.
unless you
I was
want.
like, I'll leave, but I don't want to hog the.
No,
the
there's
space.
no hogging. There's no hogging. Rebecca doesn't talk that much.
She just looks cute.
Dale, I wish it would have been in the 60s here.
Hey,
Howdy.
how you doing, Linda?
Howdy.
All right, let me close this out. I want to thank everybody that came into the chat and my moderators for protecting my channel. You do a great job every week. Thank you for everybody that came in on the panel and shared their stories. It was an awesome night. And we will see you again next week, Wednesday, 9 o'clock Central. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
Hi, guys.
See ya.
Don't forget Homestead Hangout tomorrow night.
Thursday nights are the best.
You know what? I haven't closed it yet. You want to run through that real quick, Johnny?
Okay. Well, we kind of share Thursday night with some folks too. But there's Homestead Hangout, which is us at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock Central is GilliamFarms. And then at 6 o'clock is White Rock Homestead. At 7 o'clock is Not For Nothing Homestead. And 8 o'clock is 9 Acre Family Farms. And Monica, go ahead.
Yeah, we come on Thursday nights at 8, from 8 to 10. So we're like 2 hours. We hang out.
They're a 2-hour, and they're no fun at all. I mean,
No fun.
no
Nothing.
fun over there.
That's why they need me to be fun. I'm not fun.
And Bill is also on. I believe he's 9 o'clock.
So yeah, and I think Bill's on tomorrow night too, and then I think who else? I think it's what is it? My Wild Home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
is
Yeah, they
on
come on right
tomorrow night,
before
too.
us. Yep.
So yep, Bill threw that in there. There's like 3 of them on at 8 o'clock that right now, and I think 2 on at 7 that I know of.
Oh, it's 9 Eastern. Okay.
So that's 8 Central. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that's the rundown for Thursday night. We'd like to see you there.
Yeah. 9 Acres Family Farms plays Cahoots.
David, Tony went back to Friday nights. He liked that late night Friday night because he used to always hang out. What's her name? Blue?
Yeah.
Blue. He always used to hang out with Blue, and Blue couldn't be on his show on Thursday nights,
Yeah.
but she could be on it on Friday nights. So he wanted Blue to be on his show with him, so he went back to Friday nights like it was before.
Who you calling Spanky 9 Acres? All right, everybody.
Sherman.
Everybody, we're gonna close out, and you got to go over to Old Man King Homestead. He's on right now. He just started about 2 minutes ago. So good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.